Hello, beautiful people. My name is Kristin. Thanks for joining me for my coffee chat. This morning is different than most mornings because I don't do any of my normal routine besides perhaps drink a cup of coffee. But I get to take my youngest son off to college. And even though it's his junior year, it is the first time that he's going away. He had, the opportunity to do his associate and first 2 years online because let's be honest, it didn't make much sense to really be away the past couple of years. So it kind of worked out in that sense, just how everything's kind of meant to be. And there is mandatory vaccines and masking and all that kind of stuff, but I will do just about anything for the opportunity to move forward and get together and go on with life. And I'm excited for him in this new adventure. I do remember taking my oldest to the same college his freshman and sophomore years, and both of them were very different, like where you were supposed to go exactly and how you're supposed to check in. And so not totally sure what's going to happen this morning, but I'm sure I'll be reporting back if there's anything that's interesting. So if any of you have been going through this or doing all the whole back to school thing, feel free to leave me a comment and let me know how it's been for you. I know for me personally, I was always really excited for them to go back to school all the time. That kind of gave me some time. I knew that it was good for them, get to be with friends and learn something, hopefully. And until about high school, and then it starts getting real. And then you kind of miss them more, knowing that you're just going to be with your child in a different way. But it's exciting to go into each new chapter. So looking forward to it. I'm going to finish my coffee. We're going to gather up and head out and see what the day holds. I'll talk to you tomorrow. It's Monday morning now, so I have gotten up and gymmed and showered and put on my work outfit and just wanted to catch up a minute with my second cup of coffee. It's one of those days. Mondays are like that sometimes. I just catch you up on my weekend and taking my son to college and some of the things that happened. But first, I also want to share a quick little thing. Most mornings I get up first. But this morning my husband got up first. He had to work early. And okay, so I just want to say a word. I actually facilitated a divorce care support group, and I learned a lot of lessons about life. And one of those that I feel is important, especially part of it's getting older in age, but just being willing to accept that everybody's human and everybody has issues, and you have to be honest that you're not going to change another person. You're going to appreciate or at least respect whatever their identity and personality and all that kind of stuff is. And if you can't, then you shouldn't choose to be in a relationship. Now, it's a little different when it's like a relative, right? Like if it's your child, you're going to have to navigate that. But, when I was dating my now husband, we're about to have our 2-year anniversary. I just think he's such a fantastic human being. He is funny, he is kind, he works so hard, just passionate about so many things, just very appreciative and attentive, and has all these amazing traits. And so, I was trying to be honest about the struggles, right, or the humanness. And the main one that I had to contemplate for a while is he's very messy. So I'm not a neat person, which is good, because I think a truly neat person could not be with a truly messy person. I think that would be very painful mentally. But we were dating, and I saw his living spaces, and I saw his bathroom, and I saw that obviously this person doesn't even care to clean to impress the girl that he's bringing home, right? So I knew the reality of that. He's like that Tasmanian devil. It's like everything he touches. And so when I wrestled with that, I pondered that, I was honest with myself about that, and I decided I'm good with that. For somebody kind and faithful and Christian man that is hardworking and supportive and knows me, listened to all of my heart and said, yes, I love you even despite your little flaws, I can totally pick up after this person. Because also the other thing I had to discern was like, some people, they get kind of out of sorts if you move their cheese and pick up after them. It's like, I liked it in a big pile of goo, But no, he's not like that. He's totally fine if I put everything back and wipe everything down and, sort it all out. So I'm like, I'll just go behind him, it's fine. But what developed over that was just laughing at it, because it's just so funny, because all I can picture in my head is the Tasmanian devil from, Bugs Bunny. Every time. It doesn't get, we've been, married 2 years, and it's been longer that we've been together, and it just, and it truly almost brings me joy. It's like, it's kind of sick in a way, but it's good. That's how the Spirit works. So anyway, this morning, since he got up before me, and he made the coffee. I mean, he made a coffee for both of us, right? That's so freaking sweet. But I went back and got my camera and took a little footage to share with you, just how it went down. So I'm going to put that here. So here's coming in the kitchen. The pantry is always open. The drawer to get the spoon to make the coffee with the coffee mate and said spoon is out. This is open because the coffee filters are up here. And then the mugs over here. And then there's the little Raisinets from, he always has like a snack in the evening. They are supposed to live up there with the snacks. So it just makes me laugh every morning. Every morning I come in and I forget that it's going to be this way, and then when it is, I laugh. So y'all, it's just, I mean, maybe nobody else feels this is funny, and maybe I shouldn't share it. And I would never share like pictures of his personal space or try to embarrass him, because that's not what I'm doing. And I'm hoping that maybe it encourages all of us to be a little mindful about people's hang-ups or whatever, because I have them too. And sometimes I'm a very, very messy person myself. And I'm one of those people that if you moved it, I would care, because I know what's in my pile. It's like, no, that's where it was. You just moved it. Where'd you move it? So anyway, I just wanted to share that. And then I wanted to tell just a little bit about taking my son to college. So I have two sons. This is my youngest son, who will be 21 in November. So this is his junior year. So his freshman and sophomore year, we were already planning to save some money and get his core classes out of the way, and he could live here at home, because we renovated our split level into an apartment, and so it made sense. And then with the lockdown, nobody was on campus anyway. So actually for us, it all worked out really well. We had great options that I know a lot of people didn't have, so I'm very thankful. But we got that excitement of like going off to college for the first time as a junior. And so he had done all the work to pick out, his apartment that is college owned, so it's still on campus. And we were going to go meet roommates that he had never met before and take all of his stuff. And we packed the car up the night before and went off. And as soon as we got there, he was like, Mom, it's like, why do you have to unpack my room with me? Why do you care about this? And I was like, Parker, this is a parent's right. You may understand someday, maybe you won't, because you're not the mom. I said, but you gotta just humor me. I want to see your space. I want to, take a picture with you. I gotta post it on my Facebook page. I mean, this is what parents do. And he's like, and it was right before lunch. So I was like, I wanted to take you to lunch, maybe get sushi. I know there's a sushi place, and he loves sushi. That's like one of his things. Do I have makeup? I've got makeup on my hand. Sorry, distracting. That's bad. I didn't obviously wash the makeup off my hands that got on it. So he goes, oh, sushi. When's him over? So he's like, oh, okay, yeah, we can go get some sushi and put together my room and take a picture. It's kind of like, and then you're gonna go. And I'm like, fine, because his other roommate wasn't checking in for 2.5 hours. He's got 3 roommates. It's like a quad. And so I was like, fine, I won't meet your roommates today. That's cool. Just, and I worked a deal. I said, with your brother, he always had to call on Sundays between noon and 5, and otherwise I left him alone. I said, can we have that deal? And he goes, okay, I'll call you on Sundays between 12 and 5, and I'll, tell you about it. I was like, great. So we walked all over, and we had to like go across campus a couple times to get his ID card and to get things on the card, like take it to this card and get this activated and take it over here and get this activated. So we were going around, and I really wanted to take a picture with him by the school statue. He was like, oh, it's too far away. But of course, by then when we walked across to it, it was right there, and he was like, oh crap, like, okay, you can take my picture, just really reluctant. And it was funny because over lunch we were talking about, he has been like this his whole life. Like my oldest child, like he would cry for 15 minutes when he was like starting preschool, right? Like cannot handle mom leaving. And I actually taught preschool down the hall, and the teacher, if she was taking the class out, would have to make sure that me and my class were completely in the classroom, because if he even saw me in the hallway, he would start crying for another 15 minutes. So I was all prepared, because they're about 3.5 years apart. So I was all prepared for my youngest when I took him to daycare, and I actually started him 2 years sooner than my oldest. I took him, to a 2-year-old class, and I was all prepared, like, this is gonna be rough. So we get there, and we open the door, and he sees the toys inside, and he's like, bye mom, and he backhands me like this, does not even look me, bye mom, throws his hand back and runs off and starts playing, never even turns around, just starts engaging with the other kids and handing them toys. And I'm like, my job is done. I'm a little like shocked. I'm not totally unhappy, but it was just so shocking. It was just so funny. And then kindergarten, same thing. It's like, I'm so embarrassed. Don't even come to, you were supposed to, by the rules of the school, take a kindergartner to the bus, and you have to be there. They won't let them off the bus unless they see the parent. But my child is like, stand at the farthest place away. It's like a middle schooler in like kindergarten. So he's always been like this, right? And we won't even talk about middle school. So all this time, and even college, so we're laughing about that. But it was a couple really cool things. At lunch, when we're sitting there enjoying our sushi, which was very delicious, he says, I remember when I was still in early middle school and we were touring colleges with Garrett, with the older brother, who was, looking at his colleges for him, coming right here to this campus, right to this food court, and being real impressed and, thinking this was cool and, liking the diversity and the energy of it. And now it's my home. And he goes, he did some math in his head, and he goes, it's been 7 years since then. And I said, isn't that cool? That's just so cool. You had that seed planted 7 years ago, and now that's gonna be part of the story of feeling comfortable. Not that he wouldn't feel comfortable obviously being away from home, but and so that was a really cool moment though. And then so anyway, we set up his room quickly. I took some pictures and I got out of there. And then Sunday about 1 o'clock he calls, and he answers all my questions. He tells me some stories. Great. And I'm like, how you're on a phone conversation, you start to give the openings to say goodbye, right? He just starts in on another story, starts in on something else, starts asking something. An hour, and I'm looking at my little phone, 1 hour and 40 minutes was the phone conversation. And I just sat there afterwards, and it was a great conversation, all these heartfelt, thought out things that he's sharing. And it's just like, I mean, we eat dinners together, we drive places, we have good conversations, but to sit down and have a totally focused conversation, just one-on-one, I don't know that we have ever done that for 1 hour and 40 minutes. Like, just the two. It was awesome. It was almost like, it kind of got me a little emotional even, just like, I did good, like, wow, he's off, established, adulting. It's just a really cool phase. So if you're a parent and you haven't gotten there, it's coming, hang in there, because obviously I wrestled with quite a bit, getting to this point. And sometimes you wonder like, oh my gosh, because, high energy boy like that, I was also thankful. It's like, yeah, you go to kindergarten. I can use, 4 hours where I know you're safe and cared for, and I can have some space to do my own thing. And then the day comes and they're gone. So it's just really, it's powerful, it's cool, it's emotional, and it's kind of funny. And just wanted to share that. So I hope that wasn't too chatty, or that was inspiring, or maybe you're with me and you're in my boat and you can drop me a comment like, girl, I know what you're talking about. I do get to actually see him in a couple of weeks because his college is on the way to the Maryland Renaissance Fair, and me and the boys are fanatics about the Renaissance Fair. So I have tickets for us to go Labor Day weekend. So in a couple weeks, I'm going to drive through and pick him up for a day at the Renaissance Fair and take him anything that he's thought of. And he keeps texting me like, need a longer phone charger cable and all these, So I was like, I'll bring him to you. I'll bring him to you. So that's cool. So it's not going to be like months and months that I won't see him, although it's going to get to that point, right? It's going to get to that point where you just don't see your adult children but every few months. You can talk to them, and technology's great, but it's just a different phase of life. So thank you for hanging here. I probably will, what day is this? This is Monday. I'll probably vlog some more thoughts and a couple things tomorrow, and then I'll put it together and post this on Wednesday. So happy Wednesday, and keep watching for my last post. Take care. I just noticed after I stopped the camera, this is the brownie cake we made for the weekend. So our daughter came this weekend and she actually made most of it. We made it together, but she did most of the work. So there's still some leftover brownie cake, which I need to get rid of, because if I'm going back to the gym, I'll just eat away any of the results right here. And this looks like it's a bottle of wine, but I think it's got the little lights in it now. So I did enjoy the wine and it was delicious, but it's just kind of a cool decoration that we turn on when it's dark sometime, just to have some funsy now with it. So that's all. I just want to point out, like, see, that's my messiness. I'm not a totally neat person either. So I wasn't picking on anybody that is a little messy, because that's me too. I'll see ya. Okay, it is a hot day. I just got back from walking with the dog. You might be able to hear her breathing. She's like so hot. We went a little under 3 miles, and like the whole last mile, poor thing, every time there was a patch of shade, she would need to take a rest like every 100 yards, because it was just, it's humid out. I know it's the end of August. We're supposed to be heading into fall soon, but it isn't here yet. So I just wanted to give a update on my halters, and then I'm gonna go get cleaned up, get ready for my day. I found 2 more in the laundry. 2 more that I didn't show y'all before. So this one is from Stitch Fix, and you may notice the pattern. It's market and spruce, and this was the same pattern of the dress that I sent back, but I love that dress. So obviously I like the pattern a lot, right? I almost bought 2 of them. And then this was in the wash too. This is Cloth and Stone, and it's super gauzy, and I just love it. It's got the gray and the olive. So yeah, I'll definitely be keeping those 2, because obviously I'm wearing them if they were in the laundry. So the ones I kept 3. I kept number 4. I like it because it's bra friendly, and it goes so good with the olive, which I have some really cool olive pants that are super comfortable, and I like the uniqueness of the gold, and y'all liked it, so I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna keep number 7, beautiful colors and pattern, and I just really, when I look back at the footage, I think it's flattering on me. So I'm gonna keep that one. And then this one wasn't one of the most popular ones, but it did get some votes. Number 10, the fruit. Oh, I forgot to pull my sandals out. I have the cutest, hold on, I'll go get them. Okay, so this is the 3rd year that I've owned these. I got them from Nordstrom. They're Jessica Simpson, and they have lost a couple of the rhinestones out of the watermelons, but I don't care. And they're pretty comfortable. They've even got a little padding. There's no heel really, so they're, well broken in and comfortable. So I thought this with these shoes, and I have some cute little black Madewell denim shorts, super cute. Or you could even do the black dress pants. I've never done that before, but I was thinking this with the black dress pants and then the pop of color on the shoes would be good for even work. I can wear halters to work, so that would be cute. I might wear that to work on Monday. So those are the ones I kept. Thank you for your help. I decided the others were kind of on the fence, and the ones I was keeping kind of duplicated or had the same kind of fit as some of the others that y'all loved. So leave me a comment if you want me to do some more closet clean out, because I could do that, but yeah, I think it got pretty good views, so I might do some more. But that is it. Thank you for stopping by, hanging out. I look forward to more chatting with you in the future.